So I'm actually a little surprised with how many comments I got asking me about this puzzle in Baldur's Gate 3. Most commonly, people were like, there's a chessboard, and I discovered it my first playthrough, so I've always thought it was just like something that everyone knew was there, but apparently not. So let me tell you where you can find it. So once you make your way into Worm's Rock Fortress, there's going to be a few doors. This one leads to Gortash, this one leads to some bunkers, and this door over here leads to the prison. So you're going to want to go inside and then go down this passageway over here. Once you get here, you can go through this door if you want to. You can kill this guard here. But of course, the Astarian's very good at picking locks, so we might as well pick. Once you get inside the prison, there's a few different things you can do here. There might be a potential that you have some prisoners to save. It just honestly kind of depends on what you've done up until this point. But if you go directly to the left here, you will find these dragon sconces. And then we take our lovable Warlock Will, grab our famed Witch Bolt. And if you don't have Witch Bolt, you're always welcome to use a bow and arrow with an arrow of lightning. And this reveals a secret doorway. So obviously, like any smart person, we're going to enter inside. There's some stuff you can loot along the way. And then you're going to make your way through this iron gate. And then you're going to have to lockpick your way through this door. If you don't have Astarian to lockpick, you're also always welcome to use Eldritch Blast to blast the door down. That's one of my favorite ways of getting into places without wasting any supplies. Once you get inside, they are all going to freak out because they're like, oh my god, we never knew this was down here. And if you talk to the individual companions, they all have something to say. Once you make your way into here, you are going to find 5 different kind of pathways. There's going to be a giant door in the middle. That's the one that leads to the kind of like big surprise at the end. There's a big door here, one here. There's an invisible bridge that goes over here. I'm able to see this because I got the lobotomy from Volo. I don't know if I'm able to see it without that. And then one down here. And each of these 4 outside the big door have kind of like their own trial, their own puzzle. The Lanceboard specifically is found through the doorway down here. Once you get inside, you're going to be blocked off with some crystals, which, again, my favorite solution to anything that blocks my way is why don't we just brute force our way through? It does take a couple hits, but thankfully Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so it doesn't matter how many times we cast it. You will have the option to talk to the statue of Baldur. Yes, that Baldur, the Baldur who built the gate. There are 2 ways to solve this puzzle. One is by bringing your favorite nerd down to the chamber so he can solve it for you. Yes, I'm talking about Gale here. He absolutely gets super excited and giddy. Or you could do it my favorite way, which is by taking Witch Bolt and killing the king, which immediately solves the puzzle. If you're smart at chess, you can also solve it yourself. I don't have the brains for that, so I don't do that. In all honesty, I've never put much thought into this puzzle because it was never something big. It's just something to solve and order so I can get through this big door here in order to meet Ansur, who also has the Ansurs as to why I dislike the Emperor. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to show you on Baldur's Gate 3, and as always, have fun playing this game and follow me on Twitch.